Hello folks, and welcome to another episode of, well, this isn't exactly Dave and Sue play Minecraft because Sue's not here. I'm back on my other rig, and I'm doing a little bit of stuff alone. People have talked to me a little bit, and they have said, Dave, I like what you play with Sue, but I feel like the tutorials in that build sort of interrupt the flow, and I'm watching it to watch you and Sue interact. At the same time, a lot of people are like, hey, I want to see more of the stuff, I want to see more about how to build things in Resonant Rise. So I am going to start recording some episodes separately, which I'm calling Minecraft's the Hard Way. Because we all know I don't do things the easy way. I never do things the easy way. I just evidently hate doing things the easy way because I get bored. So I want to do things in weird new ways. A baby, a new life before us. Oh, it's so... Oh, God, never mind those eyes. Anyways, yeah, I like doing things the hard way. And so, given that, I thought that we would probably do some of the more technical aspects of this build and get some of the other secondary goals put together. So, for example, Sue will probably never want to do blood magic. It's a bit of a slog. I have a couple ways around it, but it's a bit of a slog. I'm going to set up some of the more complicated parts of witchery, things like that that probably aren't the best to do together and are just a lot of building and talking about the build and stuff like that. And so I'm very... Oh no! What the heck? I'm very eager to hear what you guys think of this. Please give me some feedback. Like, splitting these things up is a little bit unconventional, I know, but it is something that I'd like to do. And I think that maybe that'll give us the best of both worlds, and I can keep doing the really fun episodes I do with Sue. So these will be airing, and I'll do my best to not spoil things from the things we do in other episodes here. But I will be doing a couple, you'll occasionally see stuff that's from other episodes may not air. But the biggest thing is that we've been working a bunch on the farm, over there. We've been doing just a ton of stuff, really. And what I'd like to do is talk about my problem and basically my solutions to my workshop space. I was working on this a little bit in that last episode, and I've actually done a bunch of work off camera. Specifically, after the failures of the Minechem power, I just sort of put together a hydrogen system. I was a little discouraged, to be honest, by the fact the Minechem didn't work, so I just put this together for now. It works, it's nothing special, it's sort of weak anyways, and so eventually we'll turn this power plant into something a little bit more impressive. But for now, it's powering pretty much everything up here. It's got an extra power buffer for the Minechem things, nothing special, and I've cleared out most of the Minechem work. I've also put together a little bit of an Ender IO thing over here and taken the time to upgrade it. And I've also gone through and done infusers for creating steel and automatically doing that, and for creating enriched alloys. Oh, and I wanted to show you, by the way, this is the ore processing line. We'll work on this in a little bit. But I wanted to show you something. This over here, they finally aired it, and I can talk about it. The Jaffa Factory builds. This is the bat that scared Simon. Oh, his name is Snuggles, and he's mine now, and I'm keeping him here, and he's going to stay here, and he's going to be our good friend. Right? And he's actually going to open a shelf because he's kind of noisy. Don't worry, Snuggles. We'll come back and take DNA samples of you later, just like you like. Ah, Snuggles. Gotta love him. Oh, also got an egg farm up there. Kind of annoying. Chicky the chicken. Oh, there he goes again. Chicky the chicken. Adding another egg. So, why don't we get started by putting together something that you know I love to do, which is a list of things to do. Clipboard, if I could type. There we are. And we're going to get started on a couple things today. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to do automatic ore processing. So like that. Now I'm excited about getting that done. It's a little bit too long. Automatic ore. How about we say that, huh? Because I'm tired of processing ore. Now that's not going to be too hard to do. And then we're going to get started on witchery, and we're going to do our Thaumcraft infusion. Because I need all my cool Thaumcraft gear back from Chaosville. I didn't bring it with me, and so I definitely want to get that going. So we got some tasks. I think so. Check this out. Here is all of our bugle storage. We got our unrefined bugles here, and there's tons and tons of ores in here. Some of which are processable by our ore processing here, and some of which are tripling, which happens, by the way. Should probably not use that. So we got a little system out here that produces oxygen. This transfer node and the powered electrolyte separator produce oxygen. I'll probably come up with a better wall material than this. That door doesn't work too well. But not all of our ores can work in this purification chamber. Some of them, most of them I think, can simply work in the enrichment chamber though. So we just have to go ahead and get that set up. I think I know the way I'm going to do this, and it's a mod that I don't use often enough, but I really like. What we're going to do is make a logistics system from Mechanism. So logistical sorter is pretty easy to make. And the logistical transporter is just some steel, which I think we have plenty of lying around, and a little bit of this stuff. And then, yeah, I basically just need a little bit of cobblestone, which should be right not in there. There we go, a little bit of cobble. And I should be able to go ahead and whip this up real fast. I just need to make, I think, just one logistical sorter and a bunch of these transporters. So yeah, I also need a little bit of redstone. All right, so I have this logistical transporter, which I'll show you how to use in just a sec. And I think this is my ores chest. Yeah, perfect. So well, we can go ahead and toss this system here, logistical sorter, boop, right on top of our ores chest. Now, when we right-click it, we'll see that there's a whole bunch of things that we can recognize. Don't sweat it, though, because we'll get to that in just a sec. What we also want to do is make a little bit of this logistical transporter. I think 16 should be enough. And run that down here. So we'll have one line that goes here, and one line that goes here. And don't worry, Torch, we'll put you right together. And then finally, we're going to have one line that leads, well, typically, let's see, we actually want to go right there. There's our output chest for all ores and gems. Now we could actually, because of the sorting system, output it anywhere, but I think we're going to output it specifically to that one because it's kind of cooler to do it that way. And we don't want to take too much space up here, so let's go ahead and put that there. Right, so we need a configurator. But of course, a configurator is an electric device, so we need some way to charge it. Probably the cheapest way to charge things in Resonant Rise is to use mechanism energy cubes. You can't, there's no GUI here for putting things in, but there is a GUI here for putting things in. So let's go ahead and make our configurator. Ta-da. And we can toss that in. Now, a configurator works a lot like a wrench. And so it'll be pretty straightforward for us to use this actually as a wrench going forward. So that's one of the nice reasons to build it. It's a nice electric wrench, easy to charge, has a couple extra special features for mechanism stuff. There we go. And what we can do now is we can basically tell it to change the color with shift right click. So we can say, well, this will be a line that is dark blue. So let's go ahead, that's fine. Let's go ahead and call this one dark green. And then we will finally, nope, that's not what we wanted. We just need to, well, we can actually do it here. What we want to do is take a look at the GUI for the enrichment chamber. All these guys have slots, right? See, red, purple, blue. These slots actually correspond to the color. Like, so this color is a code. So it says, oh, well, if you want to put things into purify, well, then you need to, let's, for example, you want to put something into crush. We could go ahead and put this into crush, right? You need to, of course, put it in the red slot. Now, I have set up, I've configured in this GUI, you can say, oh, well, dark red, I put it on the left-hand side. What we'd like to do for this one is make sure that the top slot is dark red. Mousing over it will actually fix that. So both these things are fine. And hello, dog who shakes. This is similarly set up there. So what we need to do now is basically, well, you know, we don't even need to do anything. Check this out. All I have to do is turn on auto eject, and then boo, it just goes. Check that out. How cool looking is that? I love mechanism. This is like shades of the old red power sorting systems we used to have back in the day. Now, what's really cool about this is that if we were to change our sorting system, so long as we output to any sorting chest, then we should be in pretty good shape. The only thing we need to do now is tell this logistical sorter how to go about its business. Specifically, we need to explain to it what things go down the blue line and what things go down the green line. Because this system here can process almost anything. It can process all the metallurgy ores, it can process all sorts of things. It can really do, it can even do things like turn gunpowder into flint, which is kind of nuts when you think about it. Similarly, we can turn copper, all the different coppers. It can even turn, let's see, I even see essence there? Yeah, check that out. Orichalcum, tin. So we can do pretty much everything there. All we have to do is tell it. So for example, let's go ahead and add an item stack for ore lead, right? And we want to have that output with the dark blue color. Okay, boom. Away goes a single ore lead, which will now get processed and sent down. By the way, our iron got processed all the way through. Pretty cool. So there we go. This system, iron dust. Can that not be smelted? Interesting. I thought that it could. Oh, right, that's right. It can't be enriched. There we go. But yeah, so now this system will go ahead and do things like that. Now, I'm just going to quickly set all the different colors because basically basically what we need to do is just tell the system, well, for all ores that you do know about, put them over here, and otherwise put them in here. And that should pretty much get the system running. I might want to put a hopper right here and then move the green line up there. And that would let us, if we accidentally put the wrong ores in, we can fix that. But let me go ahead and do that off camera really fast. All right, folks, so we got most of these things set up. Gold, iron, the vanilla ores, you know, most of the ores. They're all going to go and get tripled. And as you can see, the system is hard at work tripling all that lead ore still. I'll probably have to upgrade it. But it occurred to me that I also have nether ores. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at this here, shift right click with this dictionary. Well, let's go back up here actually. One of the things that's interesting about the nether ores, let's just start over. Job's done, folks. I have gone through and put all the vanilla ores here, and it occurs to me that there's a couple of little things I have to do to make this system work perfectly. One of those things is we probably want to make sure that just if we do connect these by accident, maybe I'm actually planning to connect them in a minute, we're going to set these up to a special color like that, and then maybe, just maybe, we're going to set the output here to that color. There we go. Now that'll actually allow things to leave. The reason is that we're going to put this here and then give this a special color, which I guess maybe we'll give this as what's blue, green, aqua, red. Red seems good. And then we'll just go ahead and put that there. And we can go ahead and I guess make this another aqua just to kind of make it look nicer. Interesting. There we go. That seems pretty legit. Oh. There we go. We can use the colors to keep things connecting the way we like. Perfect. So what we want to do here is we want to work on things that may or may not have a enrichment mechanism. Now, specifically, if I go up here, I was taking a look at the things like, oh, what do I need to put in there? I recognize that we have some nether iron ore up here. Now, I built this little dictionary, who's not hard to build, just a circuit on a book. Because if you shift right click this, you can put something in and it tells you the ore dictionary key right in game, or nether iron. Now, all these nether iron things, if you look at their uses, you can see that they actually become 2 ores. The pulverizer knows how to handle them, but unfortunately, like, our system doesn't, right? So what we have to do is turn it into regular ore. Since we're outputting into a sorting system, actually, it seems pretty easy for us to solve this problem. All we have to do is look at this key again. What was it? Ore nether iron. Well, all the nether ores are going to say ore nether. So why don't we go like this? Shift right click, add an ore dict for ore nether, and let's make this output to the red line. There we go. And we should see pretty swiftly things go out, although I am holding the only example of that. So we'll have to set that up. But now what will happen is that'll go in here, and it'll come out when it gets a chance as raw ore, which then will go into our sorting system, get taken back over to our ore chest, and then be resorted out by the logistical sorter, which is kind of perfect if you think about it. That's exactly what we want to have happen. Now all I have to do is one final key that says if we don't know what to do with this, then we're just going to say ore star and put it in the green line. Now that's a little different. It runs through these things top to bottom, and it finds the first match it can. If there is an infinite number of, or if there's anything like a wild card match, like at the very bottom for ore, it'll know to try that one last. Like it's just the order we put it in. So that's pretty cool. And then all we have to do is go ahead and say auto eject. And as soon as this thing is empty, for example, copper's already been pulled down, but I could go like this. And then you can see that we're already sending down stuff here, specifically more silver. So yeah, we just have to work through all these various clumps and things. That system, it's a little slow, but it'll just work through on its own now, which is awesome, which is totally awesome. I can go ahead and I can toss them in anywhere. I can toss them right here. It doesn't matter. The copper in there, and it just waits there for processing. So there we go. That was pretty fast, right? We have automatic ore processing going on down there, and it'll just suck things out. So all we have to do now is go through and upgrade the performance of this system and maybe turn things into factories. And then we'll be out, because this is kind of slow and we'd like to have multiple types. We'll probably do that soon once we get a little bit more iron, because we're really, iron is always tough early game. All right, I think that that is that job done. So, no, wrong clipboard. Wrong clipboard. They look so similar. All right, folks, so got a couple things set up, did a couple things I need to do, got some wand recharging, finished up the floor, and not the roof, but just the floor of this room and the wall. So this will be, well, it's almost finished. This will be where we put our infusion matrix once I'm ready to do that. Just getting the, the space all laid out. And of course, the system is quite slow downstairs, but I did upgrade this chest. And as you can see, we are rapidly filling up with an absurd sum of copper. It's going to be, probably we'll have to switch to sorting barrels just because of that reason. It's like a lot of metal that we got already. Unfortunately, we're quite low on iron, so I don't really know what to do about that. And this we really should pull out and toss over in here. Will it stay? It will. So I did a little bit more thinking, and I have a couple more tasks I want to work on. Now, I could do the witchery stuff. I get started on that. I might. In Thaumcraft Infusion, there's a bunch of stuff I got to do. One of the things that occurred to me is that I want to be able to move around my plantation and the build site that Sue and I are working on pretty easily. Now, you've seen me run over here and use these jump pads here, these aerial faith plates. And they're pretty cool, and they send you up really high, and they're really compact. They're sort of perfect for using with the hang glider, because they're just like one little thing, and you put them down, then boom. Oh, by the way, you can see that I got my rowan tree farm going. I haven't done any witchery yet, except that I found a witch's hut with 2 rowan saplings. So now I have 2 rowan saplings, ta-da! And now they've turned into many more by using the crooks from Ex Nihilo. But what I want to do is make more of those aerial faith plates. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at these aerial faith plates, you will see that they require some iron, some redstone, some glass, all easy. The obsidian is not something I've actually automated yet, and I really do like my time. I value my time, and what I don't value is wailing on a block with a pickaxe. So I think what we're going to be doing is working on a obsidian factory, and also, more to the point, we'll be using that to make a large tank of lava, which we can just sort of stick around and keep. We'll be converting our drums over, that drum system over there. Basically, we'll be moving it down here, but we need to replicate it and improve it because we want the system to run faster than it is now. For that, we're going to need a bunch of porcelain. And we're going to have to dig a little bit of a hole. Now, porcelain is basically made with clay and bone meal. And if we use that, if we find out the uses of it, we can see that we need basically, 7 of them. And so we'd like to have a fair amount of these crucibles running at any given point in time. So we're going to need at least, I guess, 21 porcelain, or as I like to call it, horselin. My very favorite My Little Pony horselin. I don't know if that's actually My Little Pony. I'm not really interested in My Little Pony as I am, a grown-ass man. Can this be turned into anything cool? Kind of like enrich this? So I know that I can do... Wow, that's cool. I didn't even know about that. This is bone meal. Sag mill does 6. Pulverizer does 6. I guess we take this over to the sag mill. We want to turn these into bone meal. At least some of them anyways. So let's go ahead and bring on our sag mill, and let's just, I don't know. That should be good. Brrr, I love that thing. So let's wait just a sec for that to cook up. All right, well, I went ahead and I got the porcelain all set up, and no problem, we've now got some unfired crucibles. We can go ahead and cook those up real fast while we wait. Let's see, can we get these in here? Yeah, there we go. There's a little bit of a client bug there. And now what we need to do is set up the ground right around here, I guess, for the actual production, let's go ahead and break that, of lava. Now, the way that Ex Nihilo works is that you need to heat the bottom of the crucible, and when you do, it gradually improves the, like with increasingly hot temperatures, it improves the output of the system. Let's see, do we have lying around somewhere a flint and tinder? No, of course we don't. I never have a flint and tinder when I need one. It's like 100% probability that I do not have one when I need it. Right, let's see. Just need one of these. Boom. Now you can see, by the way, our system is just tearing through the ores. It's pretty cool so far. Pretty cool so far. And we'll just go ahead and light these on fire. And now that part of it should be done. Boop, boop. Now you do want to be a little bit careful about how you use this system. You want to make sure that you don't have too many problems with like fire burning things. Like the system we have outside is burnt our berry bushes more than a few times, and that's not awesome. Okay, perfect. All right, folks, a bit more work on this is starting to come together. I went and raided the stuff outside and built a few more transfer nodes, which I really got to automate somehow because it's starting to get annoying. And I've also brought in this drum of lava, which we'll just put there for now and grab a little bit of lava out of it. And boom, we've got our cobblestone generator. So let's go ahead and grab some of these transfer pipes. We just toss these right here, right, like so. You know, and we can run these over the top, I think. Now, what's really cool about these pipes, and one of the reasons, I think that'll just, yeah, it will. One of the reasons that I like them is because they can actually carry lots of things in different directions, right? So here we go, and we've got our system, and this should start slowly filling up with lava. Now, the trick is that we want to extract all of this, so it's going to be a little bit of a tight fit, I think. For that, it should be a little bit easier if we turn to something small, 1 block high. A chicken should be the right size to go ahead and go about doing this build, and then being able to clean up after it. So to start, we're just going to start putting down these nodes. As you can see, they sort of bind together. And they'll start looking for, whoa, a valid place to dump things out. I'm not sure exactly how we want to do this part of it. I think that maybe the smartest thing to do is to link this up here. I don't think these things will accept fluid. So probably what we can do is do that and then do something similar here, like so, right? And now that should create a situation where we have this set up. There we go. I think that's right. I think that's right. Let's go ahead and turn back into ourselves for a sec and see what we can do here. All right. So the final step that we're taking is we're going to add a little bit of gold to a Java barrel to make another sorting barrel. Not a huge change from what we've been doing so far, but worth noting because this is like why it's really cool to have these multiple sorting systems that all like come together. It's so cool. Check this out. So we go like, let's see, this is a sorting barrel. Yeah, so we just put this one right here and toss into it just a wee bit of obsidian. Now, all we have to do is find a way to get obsidian into any of these chests, and then we're good. So it turns out that we're already basically set up to do this. All we have to do is just kind of knock out the wall here. Well, let's see, what we really need to do is get over to this line. And yeah, so we'll have to go like this. Now, I'll probably need some micro blocks. I could use some forge micro blocks, which I'll show you. I won't do off camera. They're pretty simple to understand. But basically, we can clean this up a little bit so it still has that nice edge that we like here and a nice narrow door. But all we have to do is put down one of these, right? And tell this the default, to auto-eject with a default color of cyan, of aqua. Because I think that if we pull out our configurator, we will see that this is aqua. So all we have to do is just get it into this. Should be simple. 1, 2. And there we go. Now, it's going to go up there, and it's not going to stay in the ore chest because it will just be put in there, and then, yeah, now you can see we're up at 20. So the whole system, these two sorting systems work together, and we automatically have storage. This refinery location mod is so freaking cool, and the mod author has been so awesome to us. He's been fixing bugs, giving us advice. Really, really awesome person. So thank you very much, Dinius, for this cool mod. It's an awesome mod gem entry. And with this, folks, I think we're going to call it an episode. As you can see, we've got a little bit done. We've got a system to basically, instead of pumping lava from the nether, we're going to have an infinite amount of... oh, you know what? I'm missing... I have one too many things here, so let's see if we can fix that before we go. Pretty sure. I'll check on it. But yeah, oh, okay, there we can see we're starting to get the lava out, and so it'll just find it. We could probably build a scanner to see what it's exactly doing, but as far as I can tell, we've got all the lava that we need being pumped in about as fast as we can use it. So really, we're not slowing down obsidian at all. And now I can use all the obsidian I want. So I'll clean this up, folks. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this, well, that's not what I want to do. If you like this and like watching me fumble around with block placement, please do leave a like or a comment. Don't worry, Dave and Sue Play Yogg Test Complete is not going away. This is just kind of a supplement to it. because I've been having a good time playing with Sue, and I know that some folks have said they really enjoy the series. This is just to give some of my other existing content, a fair shake. So with that, folks, thank you very much. Please leave a comment, or a like, or even better, a subscribe, and I'll see you next time.